Hi students, welcome to Free Tutorial. In this video, let's see Class 7 Science Chapter 9 Life Process in Animals, Ncert solutions and extra questions and answer. First, let's see Ncert solutions. Question number 1. Complete the journey of food through the alimentary canal by filling up the boxes for food, mouth, fill in the blanks is esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, anus. Question number 2. Sahil placed some places of chapati in test tube A, Neha placed chewed chapati in test tube B, and Santoshi took boiled and mashed potato in test tube C. All of them added a few drops of iodine solution to the test tubes A, B, and C respectively. What would be their observation? Give reason. Answer. Test tube A, piece of chapati, iodine turns blue-black. Reason, chapati contains with its starch, iodine gives blue-black with the starch. Test tube B, chewed chapati, no blue color. Reason, saliva starts breaking down into sugar during chewing. Because starch is converted into sugar, iodine does not give the blue-black color with the sugar. Test tube C, boiled and mashed potato, iodine turns blue-black. Reason, mashed potato is rich in starch. Cooking and mashing does not remove starch, so iodine gives the blue-black color. Question number 3. What is the role of the diaphragm in breathing? Four options are given here. First one, to filter the dust. Next one, to produce sound. Third one, to help in inhalation and exhalation. Fourth one, to absorb oxygen. The correct answer is option 3, to help in inhalation and exhalation. Question number 4, match the following is given here. You want to match the correct answer. Okay, first one, nostrils. Okay, that is a fresh air from outside enters. Nostril passages, tiny hair and mucus help to trap dust and dirt from the air we breathe. Windpipe, air reaches our lungs through this part. Alveoli, exchange of gases occurs. Ribcage, protect lungs. Question number 5. Anil claims respiration and breathing are the same process. What questions can Sangvi ask him to correct him to make him understand that is not correct? Answer. Does breathing release energy from food? Question number 2. Is respiration only about inhaling and exhaling? Question number 3. When we respire, do we just take in oxygen? Question number 6. Which of the following statement is correct and why? Here 3 statements are given. One is we inhale air. Next one is we inhale air. Next one we inhale oxygen. Third one we inhale air rich in oxygen. The correct answer is we inhale air. Reason, air is a mixture of gases. We breathe in a mixture of gases like nitrogen, oxygen and carbon dioxide, water vapor, etc. Not only oxygen. Question number 7. We often sneeze when we inhale a lot of dust-laden air. What can be the possible explanation for this? Answer. Because of tiny air and mucus in our nostril passages trap the dust. When too much dust enters, nerves in the nose send a signal to the brain, causing sneezing to expel the dust particles. Question number 8. Paridhi and Anusha of grade 7 started running for their morning workout. After they completed the running, they counted the breaths per minute. Anusha was breathing faster than Paridhi. Provide at least 2 possible explanations for why Anusha was breathing faster than Paridhi. Answer. Anusha might have run faster, so her body needed more oxygen and produced more carbon dioxide due to fast breathing. Next question. Anusha may have lower stamina or fitness level to compare to Paridhi, so her body demanded more oxygen to keep up with the exercise. Question number 9. Yadu conducted an experiment to test his idea. He took 2 test tubes A and B and added a pinch of rice flour to the test tubes. Half filled with water and stirred them properly. To test tube B, he added a few drops of saliva. He left the test tube for 35 to 45 minutes. After then, he added iodine solution into both the test tubes. The experimental results are shown in figure 9.15. What do you think he wants to test? Answer. Yadu took 2 test tubes A and B with rice flour and water stirred properly. In test tube B, he added a few drops of saliva. He left it for 35 to 45 minutes and then added iodine solution. Observation. Test tube A turned blue-black due to the presence of starch in. Test tube B did not turn blue-black because starch was disappeared. Next reason, in test tube B, saliva converted starch into sugar, so iodine did not turn blue-black. In test tube A, starch remained unchanged, so iodine turned into blue-black. Question number 10. Rakshita designed an experiment taking 2 clean test tubes A and B, filled with them lime water as shown in the figure. In test tube A, the surrounding air that we inhale was passed out by sucking air from the pipe And in test tube B, the exhaled air was blown through the pipe. That is figure 9.16. What do you think? She's trying to investigate. How can she confirm her findings? Answer. Rakshita took 2 test tubes filled with lime water. Test tube A, normal air inhaled is passed into lime water. Test tube B, exhaled air passed into lime water. She observed lime water in test tube B turned milky faster than in A. Rakshita wanted to investigate the presence of carbon dioxide in exhaled air. Exhaled air contains more carbon dioxide than inhaled air, so the lime water turns milky in presence of carbon dioxide. Next, extra questions and answers. Question number 1. What is meant by life process? Answer. The process is essential for the survival of living beings like nutrition, respiration, excretion and reproduction are collectively called life process. Question number 2. How do bees and snakes take nutrition? Answer. Bees and sunbirds take nectar from flowers. Snakes swallow their prey directly. The alimentary canal breaks down to complex food components into simpler forms. It is a long tube where food passes and gets digested. Question number 4. What is the function of alimentary canal? Answer. The process of digestion starts in the mouth and ends at the anus. Food moves through the canal and digestive juices segregated at different parts break down into simpler forms. The simpler form of food is absorbed and transported to various parts of the body to carry out functions. Question number 5. How does digestion takes place in human beings? Answer. The journey of food begins when it enters the mouth. Teeth break food into smaller pieces by crushing and chewing, called mechanical digestion. Saliva is released in the mouth, which begins chemical digestion by breaking down starch. Question number 6. What is the role of saliva in the mouth? Answer. Saliva helps to break down components of food into simpler forms and make food soft and easy to swallow. Question number 7. How do we take care of oral hygiene? Answer. We should brush our teeth and clean our tongues twice a day. We should also rinse our mouth with clean water after each meal to prevent tooth decay and bad breath. Question number 8. Describe an activity to show how iodine solution reacts with boiled rice and chewed boiled rice. Answer. Take boiled rice in 2 samples. Add iodine solution to plain boiled rice. It turns blue-black, showing the presence of starch. In chewed rice, iodine may show a lighter color because saliva begins breaking starch into sugar. Question number 9. What is the color observed when starch reacts with iodine? Answer. Iodine gives a blue-black color when it reacts with the starch. Question number 10. What is meant by digestion? Answer. The process of breaking complex food components into simpler forms in the body is called digestion. Question number 11. How does food enters from mouth to stomach? Answer. When we chew food, saliva helps in digesting starch and moisten food, making it soft to swallow. The tongue mixes chewed food with the saliva and pushes into the food pipe. The walls of the food pipe contract and relax in a wave-like motion to push food into the stomach. Question number 12. What is the function of the stomach? Answer. In the stomach, the walls contract and relax to churn the food. The stomach segregates digestive juices and acids that help break down protein into simpler components. Question number 13. What is the role of acid in the stomach? Answer. The acid helps break down proteins and kill harmful bacteria. Mucus protects the stomach lining from the acid. Food becomes partially digested and forms a semi-liquid mass for the next generation of digestion. What happens in the small intestine? Answer. After leaving the stomach, partially digested food enters the small intestine. The small intestine receives digestive juices from its lining, the liver and the pancreas. What is the role of bile from the liver? Answer. Bile neutralizes the acid from the stomach and breaks down fat into tiny droplets, making digestion easier. Question number 16. What is the role of pancreas in digestion? Answer. The pancreas segregates pancreatic juice, which is basic in nature, and neutralizes acid. It also helps break down carbohydrates, proteins, and fats into simpler forms. Question number 17. What is meant by absorption of nutrients? Answer. The digested nutrients pass into the blood through blood vessels in the walls of small intestine. This process is called absorption of nutrients. Question number 18. What is the role of large intestine in the human body? Answer. The large intestine absorbs water and some salts from the undigested food, making the waste semi-solid. This waste, called stool, is stored in the rectum until it is expelled. Question number 19. What is egestion? Answer. The removal of undigested waste, that is stool, through the anus is called egestion. Question number 20. What are fiber-rich foods? Answer. Fiber-rich foods include fruits, vegetables and whole grains. They help the large intestine function properly and make stool easier to pass. Question number 21. What is meant by rumination? Answer. In grass-eating animals like cows and buffaloes, partially chewed grass is swallowed and later brought back to the mouth and chewed again. This process is called rumination. Question number 22. What are ruminants? Answer. Grass-eating animals such as cows and buffaloes are called ruminants. Question number 23. How do birds take nutrition? Answer. Birds do not have teeth. They have a chamber called gizzard, which grinds food with the help of swallowed stones or grit. Question number 24. What is meant by respiration? Answer. The process by which the nutrients are converted into usable energy with the help of oxygen is called respiration. Question number 25. How do we breathe? Answer. The process of inhaling air, that is oxygen, and exhaling air, that is carbon dioxide, is called breathing. Question number 26. How does the human respiratory system work? Answer. Air enters through the nostrils into nostril passages where tiny hairs and mucus trap dust and dirt. From there, air passes through the windpipe, which divides into two branches leading to the lungs. Inside the lungs, these branches further divided into tiny sacs called alveoli, where gas exchanges takes place. Question number 27. How are our lungs protected? Our lungs are protected by the rib cage. Question number 28. Describe an activity to show the mechanism of breathing. Answer. A simple model using a plastic bottle, balloons and straw can demonstrate inhalation and exhalation by showing how air enters and exits the lungs. Question number 29. How does the exchange of gases happen? Answer. In the alveoli, oxygen from inhaled air passes into the blood and carbon dioxide from the blood passes into the alveoli to be exhaled. Question number 30. How is food converted into energy? Answer. Food is broken down into glucose. Oxygen helps break down glucose into carbon dioxide and water, releasing energy. This process is called respiration. Question number 31. What is the difference between breathing and respiration? Answer. Breathing is a physical process of inhaling and exhaling air, while respiration is a chemical process that occurs inside the body to release energy from the food. Question number 32. How do fish breathe? Answer. Fish breathe through gills. Question number 33. What are amphibians? Answer. Animals that live both on land and in water are called amphibians. Question number 34. How do frogs breathe on land and in water? Answer. The adult frog uses lungs to breathe on land and their moist skin for gas exchange in water. Question number 35. Where does exchange of gases takes place in humans? Answer. The exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide occurs in the alveoli of lungs. Question number 36. What is meant by breathing? Answer. Breathing is the movement of air in, to and out of the lungs. Question number 37. In which part food is digested? That is, in which part is digested food absorbed? Question number 37. In which part is digested food absorbed? Answer. Digested food is absorbed mainly through the walls of the small intestine. Question number 38. How do earthworms breathe? Answer. Earthworms breathe through their moist skin, which allow oxygen and carbon dioxide to exchange. Question number 39. What is meant by respiration? Answer. Respiration uses oxygen from inhaled air to break down glucose into carbon dioxide and water. This process releases usable energy for the body. Question number 40. What is the importance of the circulatory system in the human body? Answer. The circulatory system transports nutrients and oxygen to all parts of the body. The heart pumps blood through vessels, delivering oxygen and nutrients while also removing waste products. If you want more videos, like, share and subscribe Chem Free Tutorial.